Hey, I'm Larry Chaney. I'm DOD FED GLOBE's publishing chairman. I'm a man of color. I'm mixed, different races. I'm Puerto Rican, Cherokee Indian, and I'm black. I'm a proud veteran that is also gay. When I was in the Navy, I started out as a deck seaman. It was basically starting off from the bottom. It was an exciting time for me, but at the same time it was very humbling because I started off basically as a boatswain's mate. I'm basically the middleman in my family. It starts off with my sister and I, my two brothers. So my sister's older than me, her name is Tanisha, and then I have two brothers, Shelby and Isaac. Isaac is the youngest, and my brother Shelby, who is right below me. Now my mother and father, while they divorced twice, they raised us well, and I'm very thankful for that because I turned out pretty good. My degree is in communications and communication technology. I love talking to people and I love interacting, and that's my favorite thing in the world to do. When I first got in the military, one of the first things in boot camp, the doctor as well as any other personnel told me is that we don't want to know that you're gay, we don't want to know your lifestyle. And at first it kind of scared me, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to tell them? What am I not going to tell them? And roughly almost 11 years, short, 3 months shy. And while I was in those 11 years almost, I was quite scared especially my first 3 years, because I was kind of scared into being straight. There were times when I was made fun of, or there was rumors that went around on the ship, oh, Larry must be gay. In fact, there should be a title for all of this. I was often told, and this was my excuse throughout my time in the Navy, and I think a lot of you can sort of relate to this. My excuse was, I'm just a pretty boy who's Christian, and during that time I was like, well, that's my excuse. I'm Christian and I'm waiting to get married, and that was always my excuse. And you know what? It worked. It worked for pretty much 80% of the time that I was in the military. What I want to see happen for the LGBTQ community is very simple. I just want us to be seen and accepted just like everybody else. It's very simple. I mean, when I see somebody walking down the street, I honestly don't think of anybody else any differently. It's just like if you're chubby, if you're skinny, if you're black, if you're white, I want to look at everyone that's LGBTQ just the same way. As skinny, black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. And be accepting of who everyone else is. And that is honestly the goal that I wish for everybody. It as male or female. There's other nations who see different sort of sex of a male and a female, perhaps 3 or 4 or 5 different types of sexualities. So honestly, it's more of a paradigm. It's more of how people and their moralities are taught. And I think we need to change that. We need to change how people see and how people feel about that. And I believe throughout the generations that will change.